Hey, what's up YouTube? R Beasley123 here with a new video. I just wanted to talk today about what is sin. I know a lot of us think we know what sin is, but I'm going to read a little passage from you here in the Bible. This is Romans 14, verse 23. But the man who has doubts is condemned if he eats, because his eating is not from faith. And everything that does not come from faith is sin. So basically that's about as broad and straightforward a verse can be about what sin is. Basically leaving no questions. Anything done apart from faith is sin. That is what sin is. So it's not necessarily the act of committing something bad that is sin. Of course that's sin also, but we get confused when we think that, oh, just these certain bad things are sin, and if I don't go out and do these things, then I'm not sinning or I'm not doing bad, when in actuality you are. If you're just sitting at home watching TV, you're sinning. You're basically, you can't unless you're sitting there in faith in God watching it, trusting in Him as you watch it. That's what we were created to do, was to fellowship with God our entire life. That was our creation's purpose. So it's not that hard to accept or think that God is selfish or God is judging us too hard or too harsh. Basically what man is different right now than what God intended us to be. God intended us to be fellowshipping with Him all the time, just in Him, with Him, only Him, created for Him. And when we ate that apple, humanity ate that apple, we severed our relationship with God, going onto a new path apart from Him. And so now God knows that. He knows that we live now with different understandings. We're selfish. We live for self now. We are living in a society where we work, we feed our families, we go out with friends, and we basically just live amongst ourselves without God at all. Living amongst ourselves without God, that is humanity. And that is not what God intended us to be living for. He intended us to be living with Him. And when you think about that, when you think about our true intentions, then it would be a sin against God to do anything apart from Him. When we have should have no say in what we're allowed to do, but yet God gives us that option freely, and we're punished for it. But through that He provides a way out. He sent His Son because He knows that man's in a fallen state, and He knows that man will not choose to fellowship with Him all the days of his life. And we need a Savior to save us, or we're all going to die, be wiped out. So I wanted to help you guys get an understanding and help you guys grasp the depths of sin and truly what it means to be sinful. Anybody who's not a Christian, basically everything that you do is a sin. And even Christians, a lot of what they do is sinning. Going to the movies, if it's apart from your faith and you're doing it in yourself, it's a sin. So remember that you can't do any more sinning than what you do. I know a lot of people says, well, I can be a lot worse than what I am. Well, you can do a lot more destructive things, and those things push you even further away from God. They sever that line even more so than what you are. But they are all still sin, and they all still give you the same punishment. So it's not that you can do more sin. You can do more destructive sin, yes, of course. We humans can be very destructive. No joke there. But sin is our reality, and we need a Savior to break the bondage of that. If you guys have any questions, leave comments, email me, discuss, and you guys have a good night.